Midfield Podcast, episode 9. Today we're talking La Liga. What's up, guys?
Man, chilling, man.
Yo, I like that background.
For Real Madrid. Yeah, it's a nice background. What we got, like 13, 12?
Yeah. Dude, you can't even fit them all on there.
I know.
I had to ask Florentino to bring them out. You know what I'm saying? Let me borrow from episode 9.
For the pod. All right.
Yeah. Tito Floren.
Yeah. So today we're talking La Liga, guys. And you can't talk La Liga without, the best of the best being Real Madrid. 34 championships.
Oh, we're not talking Levante?
Oh, shoot. You got to go.
I'm kidding.
You can't make fun of Levante. You can't make fun of Levante. They be giving them.
Oh, shit. I meant to say Leganés. All right.
It's Leganés, bro. It's like, nah. No, but you can't talk La Liga without Madrid. And so...
Madrid or Barcelona.
Speaking about Madrid, I know you guys have seen the past couple of games. What seems to be like a great start. It's only 6 games in, but it's a great start. What are your first impressions as they stand right now?
Go ahead, Marco.
Real Madrid, dude. 4 wins, 1 draw. In the last 4 years, 5 years, the team has always taken a while to get started. So they're always playing catch up. In the last couple of years, they've always been playing catch up. And at the end of the year, you're in the middle of all the competitions and trying to cut back on points. So having a great start like this is going to be great for the future, because now, it's a race between them and Athletico at the moment, but Madrid has the upper game. So, you know what I mean? They win tomorrow, we'll go first. So it's always good to stay on top.
Yeah, I feel like it's going to be that back and forth the whole time, the whole year. Because you lose one, you win one. You go up top, you go down. But right. Julian, what do you think? What are your first impressions right now as you see it?
Right now, in a world where a lot of teams are struggling, Real Madrid seems to. I feel like a lot of teams have changed the way they set up their team, and including Real Madrid. But in a world where all the teams have done that, Real Madrid you can see the difference. The results are coming through. They're winning a lot of the games. I think they were the only Spanish team in the Champions League to win their first game. So I'm happy for what they're doing. It sets up a good foundation, like Marco said. You always want to start off strong, because every point counts. Like even that first game. So every point counts, and I'm happy they started off this strong.
Yeah, I think like what is happening is like we struggled a lot in 19 and 20, and we're now just getting that identity. Obviously, with a new coach, fresh fresh ideals and fresh like a higher morale, and like I feel like what happened to us 2 years ago is happening to everybody right now because of the pandemic. Like especially the Barcelona. Barcelona's they're in the thick of it. They're struggling hard.
They're struggling very hard.
Yeah, and so you kind of feel bad for them.
You kind of do. It's kind of like
no, but we've been through that. What happened to us when Zidane left the first time? It happened to us with him actually a couple of years ago. Yeah, when Ronaldo left, like we were struggling to find an identity, and I think now we finally found it. And we started off great. Like the players that we were expecting, we had high standards for the past couple of years that weren't performing are performing. Like Vinicius and Benzema. Like,
right.
They're coming through. They're getting that chemistry with Hazard, Valverde. All those players right there that weren't kind of, they weren't really linking up before, and now they are. But that being said, what do you guys think right now is Real Madrid's biggest strength?
Definitely the offense. Right now, Benzema has been consistent since Jesus Christ. Like I don't even since he started, he just keeps getting better and better. And thank goodness he doesn't get injured as much as you would think. But definitely our offense is our biggest strength. And now that Vinicius is actually finding his footing and getting more confidence, he's helping Benzema even more. So I think our offense is our biggest strength right now.
Yeah.
I think that could be that can be it. I also think it correlates to the coaching. I feel like you mentioned, there is new ideas. And it looks like he's, Ancelotti's like actually trusting the team. Like, he's bringing in the young players when they need to come in. So he's not set on the starting 11. So everybody's getting minutes, which is good. So I think that's one of their main strengths is they have competent coaching. Something, where they can see. I feel like he can see the changes that need to be made. He makes them. I feel like the last game against Valencia, he kind of made the changes a little too late, but they still worked out in the end.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But it's because of the offense also. Because Madrid is always going to have the attack is we're an attack-minded team. It's an attack-minded team. Yeah. You always have to go out and win. It doesn't matter if you can score them. You have to go out and win.
Yeah.
I don't think we're counter. I think we're attack-minded. Like we're not sitting back and waiting on players. We're going out and attacking. And that's the main reason why we think that the defense is struggling. But it is struggling because the high pressure is there. But obviously, teams are good enough to get past that high pressure, and that's when you get those 1-on-1s or 2-on-1, 3-on-2, whatever it is. So that's where you get scored on. But it doesn't matter. I feel like the coaching is what it sets the tempo for the whole team.
For sure.
So would you say that like right now that the defense is our weakness? Like, are we struggling? You said that we're maybe not struggling, but I mean, I kind of feel like we are. Like, what do you think it is? Like, could it be like that we're missing Ramos and Varane and that experience in the back, or what could it be?
I would say, I mean, yeah, I think we're finding our footing in defense.
Right.
You can argue that it's a weakness, but to be honest, I feel like our weakness is finding the midfield. I feel like we just are like, we're good, but I think our midfield is getting older, and when we go to attack, I feel like Vinicius is sometimes alone. I don't know. The midfield, I feel like there's no identity in the midfield yet. Like when we're gonna talk about Isco and Asensio, who's really at midfield besides Kroos?
I mean, we have Modric and Casemiro. I feel like that's
Modric is getting older.
Camavinga and Fede.
But without Modric, the team doesn't move. Like, you know what I mean? Modric makes the team. He makes them click. He's the little metronome that makes the team go.
That's true, but he is getting older.
He is getting older,
Absolutely.
but he's still playing.
I think he still has. Yeah, he still has 2 years in him.
He does. But I mean, is he playing the full 90 minutes these last 4 games?
No, so that's why Camavinga comes in.
And that's where
he replaces him, right? Yeah.
Ancelotti sees that he can't, he possibly cannot go the 90 minutes, but he knows, all right, he gives me a good 70 minutes, I can take him out, bring fresh legs in, different ideas.
Yeah. What do you guys think the weakness is?
I think definitely the defense is. I see them struggling a little bit. I feel like I don't know. They're not clicking. They don't trust each other in the back just yet. But I think it could happen. I mean, they're all young, except for maybe Nacho and Carvajal. But Carvajal's injured for now. Nacho, this is the first couple of maybe the first year that he started as a starting center back, and so that might
he's
take
playing left back, so he's definitely playing out of position. Also,
you're right. So, I think like since he's now starting, he's the man. Like, there's no Ramos, no Varane. Like, a little pressure might fall on him. So that might be it. But I think I have no doubt that like in the next couple of games, like they'll get it.
Defense, yeah.
I think. Go ahead, finish your thought.
No, I think because they're so young, like we have people like Miguel, Mendy who's injured right now, but you have Militao, guy's 22, 23. Like he's young. Like despite him being big and a starter for Madrid last year, for Brazil, I think like he's pretty young. So
Yeah.
you know, you have that inexperience there. But I think they'll get it. They'll catch on.
I mean, you just alluded to that. There are injured players, so we are playing with a makeshift back line. You know what I mean? You're starting. I think the starting back line, if everybody was healthy, should be Carvajal, Militao, Alaba, Mendy, and we're not playing with that right now.
Yeah.
And even if you try to include Miguel, like Miguel is young, like you said, like he's gonna have his growing struggles, you know, in the game.
Yeah.
But I trust him. I think he can come in and give you a good outings when you need somebody like that. Now you have Nacho, who is, you know, who could play in any of the spots in the back, which is great.
Yeah.
Obviously, it takes a little bit for them to gel together. I feel like Alaba didn't have a preseason, if you think about it. Like, you know, we didn't really get to play games in the preseason like that, like they usually do. You know, have a tour or whatnot. So it was a little bit different, but I feel like it'll get there. It'll come.
I think it'll get there too.
Absolutely. I think so too.
You have Courtois, so you know what I mean. Courtois could, you know, he saves the games. He showed it against Inter.
Yeah, he's the final line of defense.
Best goalie in the world right now. Best goalie in the world.
Best goalie in the world right now. Yeah, easy.
I think so.
Easy.
Yeah, easy.
Him and
easy.
Oblak.
Like there's nobody on his level right now.
It's him one, Oblak second.
I was worried about Courtois when he came in through. I was like, dang, they replaced Keylor Navas.
Yeah,
with him.
I had to apologize. I had to apologize to Courtois because I called him so many names. I talked about his mama, like it was not good. Marco knows. Marco knows.
That's what it shows, that these people, like, they're high character people. Him, Vinicius, they're high character people, because even through their struggles, the mental fortitude to just keep pushing. It'll come, and then boom, you know, you're seeing the fruits now.
You're seeing the breakthrough.
Yeah, props to the coaching staff to keep having Vinicius on like believing in him and stuff, because I mean he's not scored a lot of goals. Yeah, he's been through it, and you can finally see it now this season.
Let me ask you a question, because I think, like you said, Courtois, you have Vinny, the high character people. I would even throw Benzema in there, because remember a couple of years ago he was getting whistled in the Bernabeu because he wasn't scoring. It was like 2017, and then like he wasn't scoring, like he wasn't producing. But then like you have that amazing run against Atletico on the touchline, right? And then it all changed from there. Like I feel like he broke out right there. But there was times where he was getting criticized a lot by the Spanish media, and
that's the thing though. The Spanish media is they have an agenda. They're like, I don't trust the Spanish media. Like, you know, they're all against Florentino. So it's like
that's true.
Yeah,
I don't.
And I feel like I feel like they take that out on the team, right? And they can't see past the politics, and they take it out on the soccer. And I'm like, dude, that, you know, like I think like Zidane said it in an interview. He said, if you like soccer, you like Benzema. You know,
you should,
and you should, right? Because he's a soccer player. Like he shows you every single day like what a true soccer player is, and what it means to be a different kind of number 9. Although now he's a straight up number 9. Like he has so much knowledge and so many skills on and off the ball that, like, you know,
he's like a 9.5.
He's like a 9.5, right? But I'm saying by me saying that is like, you know, like even people that are against Florentino and have the anti-Madrid agenda, like you have to like these players. Like they're great players, you know.
Talking about Madrid is what sells. That's a sales paper. So if you throw a bomb here, Asensio's unhappy.
Yeah.
That paper's being sold. People click the links.
People who love Madrid,
they
want to hate on Madrid because they're so good.
Yeah. You hate them because they're the best.
They are.
I mean,
I think
13 Champions
now,
Leagues, 34
they are. They definitely
Ligas.
are the best.
this season,
mean,
absolutely.
they're pretty good this season.
They're pretty good. We'll see. We'll see how they do in the Champions League.
Yeah, I mean, I think they're on their way. They won their first game, right?
Yeah.
So
I mean,
I think.
with
Go ahead, Julian.
I was just gonna say with Benzema, he was criticized a lot, mainly because I forget how long he went out without scoring, but it was a few games, and he's there to score goals. Like that's literally all his job to do. He can't get away with that, and if he's not scoring, they'll boo him. I mean, the Madrid fans are
Yeah, that's
they-
what the number. That's what the
criticize.
number on his back says. That
Right.
he's there to just
But-
score goals.
But
But I mean,
he-
like if you look
but
at him
I
on and off the ball.
yeah.
like,
I was gonna say I criticized him too. I was there, but then I saw the impact that he did. Like he's what I want what's his name Hazard to do is pretty much to do what Benzema does. Like I want you to score goals, but I want you to set up everything that affects the goal scoring. Like I want you to help out other people score, and that's what pretty much Benzema was doing during that time. It took me a while to acknowledge what he was doing. I was like, this guy is amazing. Benzema is amazing. He doesn't even need to score a goal, and he's probably the best player ever.
Yeah,
So-
I think he's still early on in his like coming out party. Like if you think
and
about
he's
it,
been
like
on the
he
team
played
forever, dude.
right, but remember he was a Robin to Cristiano Ronaldo's Batman. Like, he was setting up Ronaldo. Like Ronaldo would have all the goals, he would get all the glory. But if you
Yeah.
follow Benzema on an isolated camera, like the dude was doing his thing,
That man plays, man. That man.
and you don't really see it because Ronaldo was getting all the accolades and
Right.
Ballon d'Ors and all the glory, which he should, right? He's the best, but like, but Benzema he has become that leader and an excellent number 9. And if you don't like him, I don't know that you really like or know soccer that much,
No, he's an excellent number 9.
Yeah.
I can see why France wants him back on the team.
Right. But let me ask
so-
you, moving on to, we're kind of staying along the same lines, but like we're talking Vinicius and Benzema, they're now clicking. Vinicius and Benzema are the 2 top players in scorers in La Liga with 5 and 6. Benzema has 6 and 5 assists, and then Vinicius has 5. What is it that you think they're doing differently? Or at least in Vinicius' case, like what are they doing differently? What happened between last year where he scored 3 total, I think, in La Liga,
Vinicius?
and Vinicius scored 3 total. He's already almost double that in 6 games.
That's awesome.
So what happened with that player that was getting criticized for not, seeing the goal, not being, he would do everything right, and then as soon as he got in the box, something would happen. He would spaz, or what happened between then and now? Marco.
I feel like they fixed his yips. He had the yips in front of goals. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they fixed them. I feel
Sad.
if the one goal. What goal was it? Which one was it? It was a goal where a couple of games back where he got it was a 1-on-1 against the goalie, and you could tell that he adjusted his body. You know what I mean? He opened himself up for a better shot. So it's the little things.
Yeah.
He's working on the little things, and they're paying off.
Yeah.
Now, as far as Benzema is, he's taking advantage. Dude. He knows that the team needs his goals, and he's out there performing.
Yeah.
I was just gonna say, I mean, Benzema has been consistent since the Glory Champions League days. He's always consistent every season. I don't think he stayed the same. He's been the same. Vinicius is the one that changed, and for the better, and it's complementing Benzema really well. So that's really positive for Madrid. So I don't know what Vinicius is doing. I don't know what happened all of a sudden. The only thing Vinicius was missing was that finishing touch. And I don't know if the coaches and them work together to finish that, but it's paying off.
Yeah, word is that he's been working on it since last year. Like he would stay later and practice finishing. But I think it's a lot of maybe he's gained that confidence, which is huge for soccer players, right? Like if you don't have the confidence in yourself, you can't do that. You can't get better. And so I think he got that, maybe being called up by Brazil or, the newfound confidence that Ancelotti has put on him, like, or maybe even the it's like a sense of urgency to the fact that Mbappe was supposed to come, but he didn't, and like they would play the same position, wouldn't they? They would play up top together,
Pretty much.
or somebody
Yeah.
somebody would get knocked out. So, you don't want to lose your spot when you're just starting out. And so I think it's a sense of urgency to be the best, and he's getting there. Like I think he's shown
I
it.
think
Like he's gotten better.
he's working on his fundamentals. You can tell he is, like, at least scoring. And I mean, he still has he's gotten lucky a couple times. A couple lucky bounces here and there, but hey, dude, we'll take them. But
goes a goal.
Yeah, and besides that, like, like I think right now he's the most I don't even know. I don't want to think. Yeah, I don't want to say he's like the best player in the league, but he's the most exciting player in the league. He can take on players.
Effective.
Take on players. He can set up players. Like he scores.
He's scary, dude. He's scary to defense.
Keep it going. Yeah.
He's unstoppable, really. Like I think somebody said that in a post game interview. I think it was the what game was Celta game or something like that, where he crossed at that dude and got the penalty. Like the guy was like, dude, the guy's unstoppable. Like you can't stop him unless you foul him. So that's great. That's great for
and he never had that problem.
Horrible for defense.
He never had that problem.
Right.
Yeah, he never had that problem. So the only issue was finishing. Yeah.
And as far as Karim, dude, man, that guy, dude, the way he moves, his movement on the pitch, his thinking, he's already thought two moves when you're thinking about how I'm going to come up to this ball. He's already thinking about what's at the back end.
Right.
So, dude, the guy thinks fast, he plays fast, and he understands like everybody's role in the field. You know what I mean? Like, dude, I don't know. I think he's one of the most smartest players in the field at all times.
Yeah, he's smart.
Absolutely.
He's a smart player.
Yeah, like I think somebody said it the other day. Like he's in the year like 3000, and we're just in now. You know what I mean? Like he's way ahead of us. Like,
yeah, dude. I mean that run he had against Valencia, dude, when he like that touchline run and he chipped the defender, like. Dude, the smartness to do that. You know what I mean? Yeah, I don't know how he saw the defender sliding.
Any other player would have let it go out.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, so here's a new topic. So we can't talk La Liga and not talk Barcelona and Athletico. So 6 games in, Barcelona, what are your first impressions?
I feel bad for them. They're struggling very badly. Barcelona is I feel like they're far from finding their footing. They don't know what to do with the players they have, and I don't think they're clicking. They're struggling with some lower table teams. Which I mean, I feel like it was expected, but I think
do we even need to say why? Do we need to say why they're struggling?
I mean, yeah, Messi left, but it's financial. Yeah. It's financial, and it's the staff, the coaching staff, the upper management. It's all that. It's a combination of all that stuff that's finally hitting them now. But I mean, yeah, Messi leaving, that definitely affects it. But I mean, he's just one player. This Barcelona breakdown was going to happen either now or
it was inevitable.
It was inevitable. Yeah, it was just bad. It was just bad. As far as Athletico, I'm not really following them that much, but I know they've always been consistent. every year, and they've always been, at least the last 3 years, they've always been a tough component.
I mean, they're at the top of the
pretty
table.
well.
They're always towards the top of the table.
Yeah, they're
I mean,
doing really well
they make it
right
towards
now.
the finals.
They won their game today thanks to Luis Suarez, who Barcelona need really badly.
He was offside, but that's another.
Yeah, I think he was
topic.
offsides, but yeah, it's a whole nother episode.
I didn't see the game.
I think Atletico has their squad is the only squad that can rival Madrid or to win the title in La Liga. They are very strong. They have strong players all throughout all facets of the game. Unlike Barcelona, I think Barcelona. I don't know. They're lost. They don't have an identity right now. They want to continue playing tiki taka. They can't. It's not happening. Yeah. Ronald Koeman wants to play something else. The fans want something else. You know what I mean? They all want that Cruyff system. Koeman wants to play something else, completely different. Something that can probably help the style of players he has, but they don't want that. So they have that conflict. And also their players they're not that good. They don't have a good their defenders are not good. I mean, their midfield could be good, but it's old. The only young player is Luke de Jong. No, what's his name? Frankie de Jong.
No, Frankie de Jong. And
Memphis. Yeah, and then you got Memphis up top by himself. Like, it's not enough.
Yeah, who's attacking? Yeah. Who's
Memphis
forward?
That's it. Well, Memphis. Look, towards the end of the game,
he didn't even score.
He didn't even score.
Right, but he tried it.
Opportunities.
He was the only one
creating opportunities. Yeah. But the thing with this is, like, towards the end of the game, you had Piqué up front,
playing number 9.
Like, he was playing number 9. Like, what? You have to be really struggling to make Piqué a number.
I mean, they're
9.
looking like they need the points. You have to, you need the points, and he's done it before. He's playing number 9 before, in late game situations. But
desperation is what that looks like.
Yeah,
they're desperate.
Yeah. They're desperate. They don't have an identity, and it's just too much turmoil on the whole, squad.
I'm curious to see what's going to happen later. I don't think it's going to get any better anytime soon. I think the problem will get worse for Barcelona. Yeah. They might not even make the Champions League. I'll go as far as to say that next year.
They'll get third place. I think they'll ride it enough where they'll get third place.
Nah, I don't think they'll get third place.
We'll see. I think identity is a big issue for them. Like, I feel like they were even going through that the past couple years, like when they lost to Liverpool, when they lost to Roma, when they lost to what was the other team?
That was a character.
Right, but I feel like they've been struggling with that identity issue since Xavi and Iniesta left. So they've been wanting to play a certain style, and they can't. They were good because they had Messi.
Right. He bailed them out.
He bailed them out a ton of times. And Suarez, of course.
Right.
But he's left. Messi's gone. The 2 amazing midfielders are gone. And you have somebody like, let's say, like Pedri or Ricky Puig or that midfield right now, Frankie de Jong. They're not even 25. They have no experience. They're good, but they have
no mentors. They don't have they don't have leaders to show them. Like,
you have Busquets, but I don't know how. I honestly, you have Busquets in the middle, but I don't know how much of a leader he is. I mean, he's the captain.
Who is Busquets, man? Like, he's so random.
But I don't know. I think they're going to struggle for next couple of months. Doesn't say not to say that they won't find their way, but
they're in a bad predicament, because when I was watching the Barcelona game in English, the commentators were like, there's a clause for the coach that if he gets fired, he still gets paid. So
I mean, you should get paid.
They can't.
If you get fired from your job, you gotta get paid for
the rest of the season. But then they're gonna hire another coach who they have to pay, and they're broke. So they're paying 2 coaches, and they're financially. So if you were upper management in Barcelona, you kind of gotta stick with this coach who's not doing very well. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. I mean, at the end of the day, Barcelona's elite. and if they're anything like Madrid, they'll come out of
They'll
this.
bounce back.
They'll bounce
Yeah,
back.
but
Yeah.
Madrid has never been. I mean, the last time Madrid was in that situation was, that year that Florentino came back. That was those were the dark days. Calderon days were the dark days.
Yeah.
And it wasn't because of money. It was just because the team wasn't. The expectation that people had was like, Madrid needs to be in the Champions League final every year, and we were not doing that.
That's how
You
I
know what I
think
mean?
it is.
Yeah.
That's
Right.
How I think
We were not doing that, but yeah, Florentino came back and changed that. But man, I don't know. I think I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen. I mean, they're struggling with lower sided teams. What happens when they play Sevilla?
I mean,
when
they
play
played
Villarreal?
Bayern Munich and they lost 3-0. Like they got crushed.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
They should have
Apparently, did I see correctly? They had no shot on goals.
no
I
shot
mean,
on
no
goal.
shots on goal.
that's an interesting stat. Like no shot on goal ever. That never happens
At home.
That's really bad.
at home
Oh,
for an elite team. Like
yeah.
that's wild to me. Like that just goes beyond. You can write a paper on that. You can do research on that. Like that's a wild stat to me.
That's what they get though.
And that's like beyond. If you look at that game and you don't see that there's a real issue, like a big problem that could destroy the whole team, then they need to fix something, because that stat alone can destroy the whole team. Like, what are you guys doing?
Absolutely.
Right.
I mean, even the game on Monday, like the center back scored, Araujo. Like, not Memphis, not Luke de Jong. Right.
Yeah, no.
Oh, but I mean,
Exactly.
you gotta give. I mean, they
that's
still fought and got a point.
Yeah,
That's
okay.
good.
I mean, at home, or they were at home.
It doesn't matter though.
They-
You didn't
they-
drop 3
they-
points.
They fought and got a point against Granada. I mean, like Granada looked like they gave up half the time.
Yeah. No, Granada lost that game for themselves.
Yeah, they lost that game. Like Barcelona didn't tie. But Granada gave them the point. Like,
Right. Okay, so do we need to ask the question right now? Who would win, Madrid or Barca? I mean, you have the Clásico coming up. I mean, who wins?
I mean, Madrid has won. Barcelona has been going downhill, and Madrid has won pretty much every game since they've started struggling. Definitely, Madrid's gonna win.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it goes without saying, but I'll let you
I want
say it.
Madrid to win, but I don't know, dude. Those games are different.
Yeah, you can't count anybody out on those games, but I would say Madrid is.
No,
gonna
for
win.
sure. I mean, on paper, Madrid will definitely win. Even in Barcelona's top days, Madrid was able to hold them down and stuff like that. So,
Sometimes, yeah.
Yeah, you can never count a Clásico. A Clásico will always be a Clásico. So,
and I'm looking forward to it.
obviously,
October 24th. So we have some time.
I think the game that we need to be looking out for is the derby, the Madrid derby.
Athletico Madrid. Yeah,
that's the game you want to circle.
Yeah. When is that? When is that one?
I think it has to be December or November. I'm not exactly sure.
Yeah, it says December 12th.
There
So
you
a
go.
ways away.
Right for Christmas.
Hopefully we can Hopefully we can stay healthy, have all our players by then, and you never know. That's going to be a great game though, because right now we're both top of the table.
A quick shout out to Gareth Bale, man. My man always stays injured. But I was thinking today, I was like, Gareth Bale has done what I needed him to do when he came on. He's won trophies for us.
Absolutely. The dude's a legend.
He's a legend, and I want him to do really well. I just hate that he gets injured so frequently. But
yeah, I mean, honestly, he might be.
I will defend Gareth Bale
older.
to the end of the day. Yeah.
Yeah, honestly, like you said, he's done what he had to. He did what he had to when he came. I think he's old. He runs hard. Like he's a big dude. His body can only take so much, and obviously he's playing golf a lot. So like you get those ankle injuries, you get those back injuries. Exactly. So, well, I mean, if he decided to end his career now, like you can't blame him, and you got to thank him for what he did.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, guys, any last thoughts on Madrid this season?
I hope we win it all, man. I hope we can add another trophy to Marco's background over there.
If they keep it up, I mean, they can do that. I'm really hoping they'll give me more confidence to like, yes, they're gonna win the Champions League this year. Yes, they're gonna win everything this year. But all right.
Yeah.
So guys, that was episode 9 of the Midfield Podcast. Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Follow us on Instagram at the Midfield Podcast and on Twitter at the Midfield Pod. Stay tuned for the big decade episode. Episode 10. We gotta do it big.
Yeah, we will. We're gonna do something big. We maybe have some giveaways too. So stay tuned.
Maybe. All right, guys.
Peace, guys.
All right, yo.
Peace out.
Later.